What's up, everyone, and Happy New Year to all of
Happy New
our
Year!
listeners.
Happy New Year!
Welcome to Uptakes Podcast, our very first episode for 2026. With me are Mark, Jamo, and Robbie. And masyadong pang maaga, but pag-uusapan na natin ngayon, a way too early look at Season 89 for the men's basketball tournament. Alam
Look lang
natin
yan
na
hindi pa yan prediction
oh, look pa lang to take note. Hindi pa tayo magra-rank at magpe-predict kasi ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari. So, here we will just be discussing kung sino yung nawala, sino yung natira, at sino yung mga sure na, no? Yung mga sure or almost sure nang papasok sa mga teams. And let's see what every team has to work with coming into the season. And before we get ahead of ourselves, I think we're heading into a season of reloads, not necessarily rebuild,
Yeah.
no? Although there may be one or two teams na magre-rebuild. Malalaman natin mamaya yan, pag-uusapan natin yan. And there's also one exception na I don't think they're even on a reload na talagang intact sila and madadagdagan pa sila. So, pag-uusapan natin mamaya yan. Ayan,
Mm.
sige. Alam natin na na-miss nyo agad ang college basketball, no? Kakatapos lang ng Season 88 Men's Basketball Tournament. But a lot of us are already excited. Hindi natatapos yung excitement. January pa lang, marami ng fans ang men's basketball na looking forward already to the next season, no? The next set of 14 games per team. So, simulan na natin.
Yan.
Let's do it alphabetical order. So we will start once again with the Adamson Falcons. So Mark, sino ang mawawala sa Adamson? Sinong may iiwan na key players and do they have any key players coming in for next season?
Notable na mawawala sa Adamson Falcons. Somebody that joined recently, no, our last stint sa SEA Games is Cedric Manzano. Congratulations as well, Cedric. Gold
Ay,
medalist at
congrats.
the SEA Games. So nagpakitang gilas agad ito si Cedric. Cedric has been there for the longest time, has been a leader also, a stabilizer in some sort. And that's a big position, obviously, that they would really need to fill. But relatively, more or less, I mean, most of the folks that they do have are still there. Hopefully, they continue and commit to be with Adamson. As you would see, diba, the last season was very, very competitive. Eden Adamson had the chance to be able to crack into the Final Four. Meron nga lang sila mga odd games here and there that they would really need to tighten up, no? And I'm sure they'll be looking to make sure that tightness is already what would needs to be done, in order for them to make the Final Four given the competition ahead of them. So that position of Cedric Manzano is something that they really need to fill up. Good thing is, obviously, there are a few people already that they have in the pipeline. I understand Hunter Cruz Dumont, who originally came from
Oh,
UE, has early in the season is moving to the Adamson Falcons. But what I haven't heard of is who is exactly going to be filling that slot and spot that they do have for Cedric Manzano. They have a very good pipeline in Adamson. Hopefully, di sila ma-harvest. And hopefully they can continue to get some of those talents also internally.
grassroots.
They have been very, very quiet regarding recruitment. But Adamson is one of those teams that tend to join, if not almost all of the local tournaments. And I know Piloy Liga, next Man Cup is going to be starting already this January. So I'm looking forward kung sino yung field nila on that particular tournament and who's going to be filling at that position for Cedric Manzano. Quite exciting. And for Adamson, they've been performing well in the off season. So I'm sure they're gonna make another run for it also this off season.
Uh, for Adamson, I'm hoping to see more of Kobe Demisana. No?
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly got uh he didn't exactly get his minutes this past season kasi nga andyan si Cedric, but I think this is his time to shine para ipakita niya yung galing niya. And position
Mhm.
niya yun eh.
Yeah.
Baka si Kobe na yung pumalit. He just need to step up. Ayun.
Si Correct. Si Hunter Cruz Dumont kasi is more of a wingman. He's more of a tall
Yeah.
tall forward, no? Para siyang
Mm.
Jacob Baila, ganun eh.
Yes.
Matangkad na forward guard. So, uh, yung in terms of quantity, Adamson is gonna be mostly intact, no? Like Nash Racela said heading into season 88, sinabi niya na he has a young team. So marami pa playing years ahead of them, no? Maybe the most senior ones sina Montebon siguro 1 or 2 years na lang yan. But
Yeah.
they have
Si Ray
a lot of
Allen.
players with 3 or 4. Si Ray
Si Ray
Allen,
Allen
3 years
Ray,
yan.
pa
ah,
eh. Ray Allen, 3 years pa eh.
3
3 years
years?
pa, si Ray Allen.
I think baka
Oo.
one or
Ay,
two. So, kasi nag-sit out yata
one
siya
or
ng
two
one
na lang.
season eh.
Tama kasi two
Yes.
seasons pala.
Yeah.
Tama.
Yeah.
Isn't
Kasi
he
si
old?
Aldous nga pala, batchmate niya.
Yeah.
Ay,
Yes.
tatamaan niya lang yung age limit.
Kaya nga eh.
Mm.
But yun nga, like what you guys said, they're mostly intact. Although quantity wise they're mostly intact, pero quality wise like what Mark said, ang hirap palitan ng isang Cedric Manzano, no. He was their anchor in the middle,
Ah.
and si Ojarikre was so offensively futile na dunk lang talaga yung opensa niya essentially, which is quite frustrating to watch, no, if you're watching Adamson, if you're an Adamson fan. However, si Manzano, yung inside scoring niya, aside from his rebounds, of course, ang hirap palitan. But it's time to step up, no? A lot of Adamson's rookies netong season 88 were bigs, no? So, aside from Demisana, who has 2 more years dahil nag-transfer siya, they have two true rookies, no? Si Perez, who is 6'7", at saka si Tomaneng, who is 6'9". They were both part of the Adamson Juniors team na nag-champion nung season 86.
Ah.
So, these guys have championship pedigree no high school. In fact, nung first game of the season ng season 87, si Tomaning was able to score quite a few baskets no against Mike Phillips. So,
Mm.
good future ahead of them. The I think the trick for Nash Racela will be paano niya fast track yung development ng players niya. You know,
Ba-
because
Based on
they have
on the in based on the incoming lineup, number one, si Matt pa rin ba yung team captain? And number two, will their gameplay still be yung dikit yung score sa simula, tapos haharurot sila sa ending? What do you think?
Parang way too early. Nakakaloka.
Depende.
We're,
Depende kay
yeah.
Depende on
coach.
sino pang ma-recruit nila.
Mm.
Siguro just to
Yeah.
answer the question, no, just to indulge the hypothetical of Robbie. Siguro yes, kasi the problem with Adamson is they don't have a proven superstar scorer. Yung tipong yung scoring ability niya ay nasa level, at least at the very least man lang ka-level ni Joric.
Mm.
We're not even talking about Cabanero or Figueroa level of scorer, no, or Alarcon. We're just talking about maybe a Joric level scorer or a John Abate type of scoring. Kahit ganong level,
Yeah.
hindi mo masabi na, I mean, magaling sila Erolon, Montebon, but
So, ito na
they're
yung tier mo. Tier mo.
not there eh. Yun yung tier mo eh. So,
Tier.
dahil
Tier
yun ang
ni
tier ng
Harold,
players nila
Figueroa and Cabanyero. Tapos
at
under that,
Cabanero
ito yung John Abates and sino
and
yan?
Joric yan.
Joric.
Yan, John Abate, Joric. So, parang nandun pa lang yung Adamson eh. So, unless magkaroon sila ng a player who really tips the scales, and sana si Medina yun, sana si Earl Medina yun. I think, unless something changes in the offseason, sige, I'll agree with, I'll agree with what Robbie said, just to indulge that hypothetical.
And
Mukhang
also, I mean, parang that has always been yung brand of basketball ng Adamson eh, yung madikit din talaga. Tsaka mababa, low scoring in past seasons,
DNA nila yun.
DNA na nila yun eh. So,
Totoo.
I don't think may magbabago as long as si Nash Racela yung coach nila. Yeah.
Totoo.
Okay. The next one.
Ayan. Okay. So let's head to the our next team, no? In alphabetical order. We have the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Sinong mawawala sa Ateneo Blue Eagles?
The one and
Oh,
done
they,
boys.
yeah, they had three of them. One of Duns that performed really,
Lazaro.
really well. Lazaro din ba?
Oh,
Lazaro,
Yes, Lazaro din.
Maniladi, um,
Escobar. And
Divine.
si Divine nandyan pa. Kasi
Oh,
Nandiyan pa
yun
si
pala yung
Divine.
iba. Si Escobar
turo
tsaka si
isa.
Lazo.
Yeah. So another tricky situation for Ateneo, di ba? Will they go the route again of getting another set of one and dones? Or they're going to be looking at least on at least fresh talent, no? With fresh legs, seeing for them to be developed quite early on in the system. Truth be told, obviously, with the coach, such as Coach Tab, they can always make a deep run no, into the UAAP. But it can be said, obviously, that it has been 3 season, 4 season or so that they have been rebuilding really. They've been losing talent that they were relying on, obviously, to provide some succession for Ateneo Blue Eagles. No? So it will be quite interesting on how they're going to be proceeding and managing this particular off season. Last season, they barely and they hardly participated in any of the local tournaments. They kept it really, really close and closed doors also. So the recruitment will be quite interesting. A few notable recruitment news that are coming in and out, though no commitment. Folks like Malachi Harris, 6'6" Phil-Am forward, NCAA Division 2, is said to possibly be a one and done for them. Folks like Logan Baltazar, Rogers, which is a guard, JM Liel, juniors promotion, Chris Orvina, juniors promotion, and Azip Espinas, which is also a juniors promotion, potentially joining that
Yeah.
particular roster. So it will be quite interesting how they'll be integrated as part of the team. As I said, Ateneo Blue Eagles team that is coached by a coach Tab is always dangerous, and they are always a team that will be looking out for. But very difficult to make any type of expectations for this team because um, they are lacking leadership, I would imagine. They're lacking some seniority, UAAP
Yeah.
experience, and sometimes that really makes a difference to make a deep run in the UAAP.
Malay mo, lumabas yung leadership potential nito ni Shantuanyo.
Prediction!
Oh,
Ganun
nandiyan,
lang.
Team
nandiyan pa
captain,
pala
Johnny
si
Tuano.
Sean. Oh, nandiyan pa pala si Sean. Sobra naman kayo.
Malay
Tsaka
mo.
si
Kahit pa
Bongo.
in fairness naman kay Sean Tuano, he has performed better this
Yeah.
particular season. He's being said possibly to be the best forward daw.
Ha.
Ano yung next team?
Sino
Next
na
lugar
yeah.
holdover? Sino
Si
yung holdover nila
Sean,
dyan? Si Espina.
Bongo.
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 Bahay.
And
Divine
and
and
there's
si
this
Divine.
guy, there's this guy na gusto nila palaruin pero hindi pinapalaro ni Coach Tab.
Fielvang or si the big guy si Fielvang.
No, 3-point shooter. Best 3-point shooter daw in the UAAP.
Si Gamber.
Si Gagamber. Yeah. Nandiyan pa si Gamber.
Internet personality. The best internet
The best
personality
internet
shooter.
personality. Check
Sobra
niyo yung
kayo, ha? Yan,
Ay, ano,
pinagluloko na naman natin si Kyle Gamber tapos mamaya pag kinalaban natin yan
Pag
sa season
tayo,
89,
dudurugin tayo
papaun tayo niyan. Kayo
Yung
talaga.
si Lebron Nieto.
Let's give
oo.
LeBron Nieto.
Yeah, si
Backcourt
Nieto.
injury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
So
sure
they have
challenge.
pieces. They have pieces, no? But as we would say, as we would see, diba, those one and dones that they had last season really was given heavy minutes. So that means obviously that the trust in order for them to be carried forward for season 88 was really with those one and dones. So those are gaps that they would really need to fulfill. Kinailangan lang ba ng one season for some of these relatively junior players to actually, be more better or be better? We'll see. We'll see if they get promoted, diba? Or kailangan talaga i-fulfill ni Coach Tab some of those positions with one and dones or fresh legs.
May nabanggit si Miles, si Fielvang. Galing siyang Ateneo de Cebu. And
First year siya last season.
recently binibida ng Ateneo yung Cebu connection nila. Naka 5 feet na kasi yung Sacred Heart Ateneo de Cebu. So I'm sure may tatap din sila diyan. Di ba,
Oh
recently,
my God,
sila
nakalimutan na
Bahay,
si Jared Bahay. Nandiyan pa si
sila
Jared
Bahay, sila
Bahay.
ganyan. Di ba?
Ang
Yeah,
ganda na
yeah.
I'm
in-improve
sure
niya.
meron yan in the
Yes,
pipeline.
oo.
Although
Yes.
wala kaming naririnig na ng mga names in particular, pero dahil yan, steady stream yan ng recruitment natin eh.
Parang
Mhm.
lately, in recent years kasi, well, in the past 2 decades, ang powerhouse talaga ng juniors, Ateneo. Before Ateneo UST yan before NU, FEU eventually uh, came on top, no? Sila yung naging dominante in the high school ranks eventually.
Yeah.
So for the longest time parang may pipeline yan na 1 or 2 players usually from the juniors na po-promote. Pero ngayon nga like what Robbie said, it seems na mas reliable pipeline yung Cebu. Parang mas marami napapasok na talents from Cebu. And intrigued ako doon sa Lars Fielva kasi 6'7" yun with some outside shooting, no. Pero yun nga, parang hindi pa college ready talaga yung physique ni ano no ni Lars Fjällvang. There's room, there's potential, mukhang may ilalaki pa yung katawan. But I think if ano no, I mean Coach Tab probably knows better than I do. Pero if ako tatanungin, sana natuto na sila from the previous season and just give those guys some off-season burn. Let them experience the physicality, makapaglaro sila sa NCAA teams. Alam naman natin na since walang FSA ang NCAA teams, you could consider them as, I don't know, ayoko sabing inferior competition, but the physicality na binibigay ng NCAA teams would really toughen up, especially yung mga
Oo.
Phil Furits ng Ateneo na ano, which I think was lacking, no. Na nakita natin Ladi and ano no and Escobar really struggled nung pinipisikal na natin sila, no. It
Yeah, hanggang
started to show
4-0
up.
lang sila eh.
Totoo, after 4-0, no, it started showing up yung game natin against them where Raylan Torres talagang he was taking it to ano no, to kita natin yung video na talagang pinipisikal niya si Escobar, no, which was emblematic of eventually what the other teams would do against the Ateneo
Yeah.
Blue Eagles. So sana itong sina Logan Baltazar, si Malakay Harris, if he does push through, no, with the Ateneo Blue Eagles, for their sake, aside from integration, aside from building chemistry, the other thing is getting used to the Pinoy style of play.
Mm.
Plus more burn nga kila Gabber and ano
Yeah.
and Nieto.
Mm-mm.
Ayun. So we go to our next team, the defending champions heading into season 89. The newly crowned season 88 champions, the De La Salle Green Archers.
Mm.
Gaano pa kalakas ang Lasal coming into next season? Kasi
Mm.
mukhang malakas pa sila eh.
May
I'd say
usap-usapan na
Andun yung project player ni Coach Tab. Si Mason Amos naging project player ni Tab naging Lasalista.
Yes. May usap-usapan na papasok ang San Beda sa UAP, tas Lasal daw pupunta na ng PBA. Joke lang. Anyway,
MPBL.
oo, ang De La Salle Green Archers losing notably, 'di ba? Their finals MVP. Finals MVP nga ba si Mike Phillips? Tama ba?
Yes, finals MVP siya.
Yes, finals MVPs. Oo, kasi alam mo yan, nag-blur na yung paningin ko, nagdilim na yung paningin ko after ng final buzzer. So hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyari after. Pasensya na. Kailangan ko pa i-google kung sino yung nag-finals MVP. So, big man Mike Phillips leaving the LaSalle Green Archers. Siya ang the only notable, I think, or si
si Bright.
Nuwangko ba? Si Bright Nuwangko. Well, sinabi ko naman yung notable exit lang. So, si Mike Phillips. So, ang big man heading possibly to the Japan B-League or MPBL. Well, malaki din ang offer nila sa MPBL daw. Nasa 400K if in any case they get Mike Phillips. No? So, there are quite a few options for Mike. But then, we have a relatively intact team. No? This same team. The 4 that they got in season 88, meron pang another year at least to be playing with them. So, we expect that the competition will be facing the same set of people. And even if Mike Phillips leaves, there are a few people that they were notably recruiting somebody, di ba? Like TJ Adams, which is a 6'10" Nigerian FSA. 7 Gagate from
Galing
the
New
UP
Era.
Fighting Maroons. Yeah. LSGH. So will he be another Luis Pablo for them? They have Moses Diria. They have Dom Sarmiento, Bondaja. So Lasal, much like us, I think, di ba? They have a relatively big team A2, team B, and then they also are very, very active in recruitment. So I would not be too surprised if they already have somebody to fill up that particular gap, no? And given that they're losing um their FSA as of the moment. Nakalimutan ko na nga yung name niya, hindi siya as notable. Dalawa ang papalit nila, di ba, na FSA immediately. And I'm
Oo.
sure that they're looking to fulfill or fill up that gap that Mike Phillips will leaving behind. So it will be quite interesting. I think they are going to still be the team to beat for season 89. But then again, obviously, it has been a while since somebody defended the championship in the UAAP.
Yeah.
So this will be a tough task for any team, but
Will
they
we
are
see
in a very,
a
very strong
resurgence
position.
of some Henry Agonane?
Who?
Malay
Correct.
natin.
Alam
Oo.
mo siya gagraduate na.
Di
Gagraduate.
ba
Tagal na.
He's still around?
Still
Hello?
around. May 2 or 3 years pa
Oh,
yata siya eh.
Oh.
Still
okay.
around.
Yes, okay.
Malay mo gumaling si ano. Na
Sa
baka
Gunani.
nagpagaling siya habang naka-sideline siya.
Oh, yeah.
Pwede.
Ah,
We shouldn't discount that possibility.
Oo, kasi
Kasi,
nga 'di ba
that,
highly touted siya nung ni-recruit siya ng Lasal nung 86 eh, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Tapos
Oo.
yeah.
Out of CU.
underperformed, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi siya nagamit.
Totoo.
It will be quite
That,
interesting about that particular dynamic. It's clear. We can clearly see, for example, on how Mike Phillips was a difference maker nung game 3 natin sa finals. And now that's gone, obviously, they would see to rely to another player, perhaps filling that particular position.
Oo.
And I'm sure they're ready and they're getting ready for that situation scenario
Ayun,
already.
baka mas open na silang gamitin ng kanilang FSA for the kasi wala na si Mike Phillips. Parang
Totoo.
same lang din sa atin nung 87 na
Yeah.
hindi tayo masyado nag-rely sa FSA na kasi andyan si QMB. Parang
Baka
ganun.
magalit si Kinito Henson yan. Ayaw niya sa mga FSA.
Paano ba yan? Dalawa na
Ha?
FSA. Mukhang malakas pa yung isa ron.
Oh.
Dalawa
Tapos
na.
lalo magalit yun. Ayun, dalawa na yung FSA.
Dalawa, pero
Dahil
ilang
po,
FSA ang pinagpipilian.
I think if they are holding on to their values, pwede naman nilang hindi gamitin. Di ba? Hindi naman nag-stop sa kanila.
The thing about
Kaloka.
Lasal, para silang Adamson, no, na hindi sila mostly intact sila by in terms of quantity, pero quality-wise yung napakalaking drop-off. Like, agree ako na agree ako na tawag dito, they'll try to replace Mike by using the 2 FSAs, no, any of the 2 FSAs na ipapasok nila.
Oo.
Plus somehow siguro si Seven Gagate somewhat maybe a more improved Luis Pablo as well. So parang by committee siya in a way. Pero ang hirap punan nung what Mike Phillips brings to the table. So ganun ka-importante si Mike Phillips to Lasal, no, na yung switchability niya sa mga gwardiya kasi ang bilis niya for a big man eh. Nakita natin nung season 87 kung paano si Agonane sometimes inaabuso siya, no, when he has to switch on a quicker player. But against Mike Phillips, ang hirap gawin nun because he's also quick. So, we'll see kung itong PJ Adams, he looks really strong and big, pero we don't know yet if kaya niyang sumabay sa guards, no, like Mike Phillips does. He's such a crutch essentially, no, sa defense. Parang cheat code siya sa depensa ng Lasal talaga. So,
Si
but they
Mike
have an
Phillips
intact
yung
roster of champion. So,
si Mike Phillips yung team captain nila last season, no? So,
oo.
do you
Oo.
think meron ng leader ang Lasal for season
Yeah.
89?
I think they have a
Badams.
few naman. Yeah, Abadam, the Makalalags. Nandiyan naman, marami sila. Marami
Cortez.
naman, I think.
Team captain.
Yeah.
Well,
Cortez.
if you were to ask me, Robbie, ang hot take ko, it's Abadam. He's not necessarily their best player, pero in
Hmm.
terms of seniority, siya kasi ang
Yeah.
fifth year.
Ah,
Kasi di ba
okay.
sina Mason, sina Cortez, hindi naman sila nang galing sa Lasal talaga originally.
Sa bagay.
Pinag-homecoming lang. Nag-homecoming lang sila. But whereas si Abadam since season 85 andun siya and he's shown some leadership chops naman, no? Parang siya yung medyo steads siya sa kumpara sa ibang players nila. So I think it's Abadam. If you were to
Yeah.
ask me, parang glue guy type of captain siya.
Yeah. And in all honesty, it's still very, very early, They are a champions team. There's a lot of things that may go through the heads of people and such a talented roster, in the long off season that they do have. So let's see, obviously, if they'll be able to hold on to this particular talent pool as well. Because much like what happened to us in UP2, they are also the type of team that can all of a sudden get recruited somewhere else, or probably have some life decisions that would need to be made. And one thing also that would be quite interesting is that they do have a very, very deep roster and pool as well from their Team A2 and Team B. So whoever perhaps might need to get into that 14 or at least 16-man roster, for example, that will be really, really quite selected. But I'll be quite surprised if in any case there's anybody from that original 14 that they already have used will be replaced for the next season. So it will be quite
Right.
very, very competitive for their off
Yeah.
season as well. And we're going to make their final roster for season 89.
Okay.
Okay.
So yan, no? Dami nating nasabi about sa alakas pa rin kasi talaga nila heading into next. So, but our next team, no, after Lasal in terms of alphabetical order, they're the most intact team heading into the next season actually, no? And they barely missed the Final Four by one game, no? Actually,
Yeah.
it was out of their hands. They took care of business, but because Ateneo lost to LaSalle in that last game of the elimination round, that also killed FEU's chances, no, of coming in. So they were that close, and they have the season 88 season MVP, no. We are talking about the FEU Tamaraws. So a lot of things that the FEU Tamaraws have to be excited for. Sana lang wag silang marekrutan ng player this off-season kasi ang lakas talaga ng team nila.
Tuloy
So
natin si Kirby.
sino bang
Ay.
papasok? May nawala ba? Parang wala, no?
Wala
Wala.
ata kasi lalaro pa
No
si
one of
Joric
note.
eh.
Maglalaro pa si Joric eh. I think this will
Yeah.
be the best chance. Much like the last season for the UST Growling Tigers, this is much like that particular season for the FEU Tamaraws,
Yeah.
no? With Joric playing this last year, this is best chance. So I'm sure the FEU Tamaraws will go ahead and seem to
papasok sa
secure
kanila.
the right talent. There are a few ones. Zayn Mahmood, originally from UST, I think, is
Yes.
coming in to be able to fill the gap that we took from them in the name of BJ Pre. So may katulong, hopefully sila when it comes to their bigs. Cabs Cabonilas, forward from the Baby Tamaraws as well. And the Mythical Five are last season. Mark Burgos, big man from Baby Tamaraws as well. So they do have also a very talented pipeline from their juniors team. So Sean Chambers specifically is quite a very good coach, a very endearing coach. And I think that the challenge for them for this season, like what you said, Miles, is just keeping everybody close, very, very close and intact, and be able to play well, especially for the off season in order for them
FSAs nila
to
si
get that reps.
FSAs nila
Yeah.
si Shelton, Montel Shelton.
Yes, Montel Shelton.
Oh,
So,
it's Shelton.
That wide afro dude na
yung wide-bodied 6'10 dude. So,
Ah.
they now have a chance to play him, no? Kasi they recruited him, kaya lang, it turns out, Mo Konata is a really good FSA. So, hindi na nakalaro si Montel
Yeah.
Shelton, but because of the new rule,
Yeah.
ayun na.
Maging dalawa na sila ni Mo Konat eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they play their cards right, they don't lose
Putik
anybody.
ang lapad nun.
They have a very, very strong chance to make the final four and
Oo.
almost guaranteed to be a top competitor for season
Also,
89 talaga.
6'10 pala yun?
6'10 yun, si Montel Shelton.
Oh, shit.
Malapad na 6'10.
Malapad na 6'10.
May
Ano yun?
Oo, para
Di
siyang
lang aparador eh.
Hulkbuster. Para siyang Hulkbuster ni Iron Man para kay Owen.
Parang
Oo.
Galinato na pinatangkad ng konti. Parang gano'n.
Oo, grabe.
Yeah, yun ang ano.
The thing about FEU, tawag dito, ang ano no, the only person they're losing pala is Owens. Nakalimutan ko. Owens was a one and
Okay.
done. Pero madali lang palitan yung Owens kasi role player siya eh. Like ang role niya is to just be a shooter,
Mm.
and ang daling mag-recruit ng someone na ang specialty niya ay shooting eh. So like, they can just
Yeah.
Pa naman
recruit
si
someone this
Joric eh.
off-season. Hindi naman star player level yung nawala sa kanila eh. So hindi siya katulad ng Manzano or Phillips na ang laking kawalan sa teams nila respectively. Ito like, plug and play recruit ang kailangan nila dyan eh. Pero yung papasok sa kanila na players, they
Ah.
fill actual team needs, no? Like for example, si Zayn Mahmood, nakita natin ditong nakaraang season 88, ang isa sa mga weakest points ng FAU was their bench bigs, no? When you take out
Mm.
when you
Ah.
take Mongkopa and Konate out, kain na yung bigs nila, no?
Yeah.
But with both si Montel Shelton at saka itong si Zayn Mahmood coming in, they won't look like easy pickings anymore, no, sa bench. And hopefully they get to retain Cubs Cabonilas, no. Word
Yeah.
is mukhang magstay naman siya sa FE.
Ah.
He's one of the top high school players, no. Parang last year yata he was ranked number 3 and junior lang siya, no. The two players rank ahead of him were seniors, no. So no, number 3 siya. So I would assume wala pa naman ranking and BTC, pero I would assume na most likely baka mag number 1 na siya this season, no? So
Yeah.
Mm.
probably the biggest homework for Sean Chambers is keep the guy in your pool. Huwag niyo pakakawalan yan because if he comes
Yeah.
in, so pag tinabi mo yan si Cabonilas, ganyan, si Cubs Cabonilas, kina Joric, kina Pasaol, kina Mongkopa, tsaka kay Konate, you already have 5 players, no? Na pwedeng actually pwedeng pangmalakasan, no, may pandiinan 5 na FEU, and then you have Zayn Mahmood being the anchor, no, of the bench, and a bunch of their other guys, so sila ayan, and maybe who knows, no, si Coach Cholo Añonuevo might have one last run in him, no, for one final season. I think eligible pa siya for one more year, no. So who knows
I
if
don't
if
think
if
so.
baka
Parang
bumalik pa.
yung huling balita
Coach na
doon
siya eh.
kaya siya parang tanggap na niya yung
Injured.
kapalaran niya na hindi na siya
Kaso hindi na ba siya
makalaro eh.
hindi na ba talaga, kasi yun nga eh, parang sayang din yung bata, no? He was very athletic,
Oo.
pero yun na nga,
Very promising
na-derail
nga
ng
siya.
injuries. Hindi ko alam, who knows? Sana.
Playing
Well,
Yeah.
coach,
just for
putik.
sake, no? Pero kung
Makakakita ba
wala
tayo
na,
ng first ever playing coach in the UAAP?
yeah, totoo. Baka
Yeah.
makikita tayo ng playing coach, no?
Playing assistant
So,
coach.
One thing about this FU Tamara was last season they really played well, diba? They really showed up and they really showed their talent. One thing during this off season, they really need to add to their game, no? Kasi somehow obviously they nearly got to that final four. It would not take just one or two players being added for them to get to the final four and make to the finals, no? Somehow other teams know how they play now. Other teams know how they play together now. So they would really need also to work and develop more, di ba? Parang add new features, di ba? Add new tricks to their bag for this new season. Otherwise, obviously, they might be stunted when it comes to their own development because one thing's for sure, the other teams are also going to be strengthening. And now that they saw, di ba, may sample set na sila on how they play in the UAAP, they're also going to be figured out. And they really need to show something new, something different as well coming into this new season.
Yeah, yung triangle ni Coach Chambers,
Mhm.
napapag-aralan naman yan. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we now go to the second half of the teams though. So we start with the NU Bulldogs, our fifth team
Mm.
up for discussion. And ito ang mukhang we were talking earlier about teams that might be more in a rebuild mode, no, than in a reload. So is NU one of those teams, guys? What do
Yeah.
you think about
Uh,
NU?
Notably, the first person that got recruited to the KPL, Jake Figueroa, leader in the team. Also, heavy score load na binibigay sa team also from season 88. A few other notable exits for season 89 na hindi na napakita. Steve Nash Enriquez, ang BFF ni Harold, and then also Jolo Manansala, point guard, and also a key player within that particular roster. I understand there are a few more that are expected
Yung
also
mga
to lead
parador
the
ata nila,
program.
graduate na or may isa pa. Or alam ko si Palasielo,
Si
ano na,
Palasielo ba?
Parang si Palacielo yung iwan, si Padrones yung graduate
okay,
yata.
baliktad pala. Si
Mm.
Padrones pala yung
Yan. Padrones yung
yung
nag-graduate.
graduate na.
Yeah, and Santiago, I think also, no, Angelo Santiago
Yeah.
is also leaving the nest of the NU Bulldogs. So quite a number of people leaving. A few of those are actually heavy scorer. Those are the ones giving them, for example, their offensive options. So those are gaps that they would need to fulfill. And unfortunately, some of the folks that should have been in their pipeline coming into season 88, namely Akoe and also Palanca, were already harvested, acquired quite early on, in the last season. So those are gaps that they would need to fulfill, and those are things that they would need to work on for the next season. Much like UST, and you had a very, very good chance in season 88. And now with the loss of these key players, they would really need now to quickly rebuild, to stay competitive, ahead of the pack. But
Who's coming
it's yet to
in?
be seen,
Ay, si Parks
Let's
pala,
see
wala
who.
na, mawawala na, di ba?
Mhm.
Si Parks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exhausted na.
According kay paring Grook, there are names like Mac Alfanta, Sidloxin forward, Dwayne Miranda, Xander Gomez forward, Johnson
Alright, si
Borjal,
Dwayne.
Ed Serrano, DJ Lacsonay, and Arik
Lakonsay.
Bacoy. Laconsay, yeah. So those are names, notably, that will be joining that particular roster that they would have in season 89. Again, fresh legs, fresh talents, yet to be proven in the UAAP. So these are things that would need to be worked on, especially during this off season. And I hope they start really, really early, because that talent is there, yes, but then obviously working synergistically within a team is different.
What about their coach?
Doon pa rin.
Is it time to move
Yes,
on?
the question yan eh.
Ang aking sinabing
Time
coach
to
of
move
the
on.
year. Just stay pa rin.
Hindi pa, pag-uusapan na ba natin ngayon? Pero yeah, valid question naman yun.
Oh, valid question. As I mentioned, I think in the previous episode, na-mention ko ba to during our recording? Is that the coach, or is their coach the type of coach that they would need, to get to the next level? They already are a consistent feature in the Final Four for the past few seasons. And what they need really was that particular push to get into the finals and compete for a championship. Are they in that position? Do they have the talent? It was clear, at least for the last season or two, that they did have the talents. Minalis lang sila on the injury on season 87, I'd imagine. But are they on that particular path? Are they in that particular opportunity and potential with their coaching also? So that's something that is worth thinking about also, But this time around, it's a different mode, because they did lose that particular talent pool also from season 88. So yet another rebuilding, developmental stage for them. So it's going to be interesting what to expect also for this particular team, the NU Bulldogs, for the next season.
Sa dami nang nawala sa kanila, I predict na mukhang mag-iiba yung style of play ng NU.
Mag-iiba
Anong
yan.
tingin nyo?
Oo.
Mag-iiba yan. Kasi
Mag-iiba yung style of
lahat
play.
ng pandiinan nila nawala eh. Essentially,
Yeah.
Palasielo lang ang natira doon sa pandiinan nila tsaka Francisco.
Even at that, that's something that their coaching staff will also need to figure out on how that would work for them.
True. That's true. There will be adjustments, there will be growing pains for them. Uh, Also new FSA, kailangan nila ng bagong FSA, no. Omar John will be gone and they need to recruit two FSAs, no. I believe meron na yata silang FSA coming up from the juniors, no. If I'm not mistaken, tingnan natin this coming season for high school, for senior high school basketball, no. Kung sino yung ipaparade na NU. Their post Collins Akowe FSA, no, in the high school ranks. But aside from that, doon sa mga nabanggit kanina ni Mark, no, na pangalan ng players coming in, Mac Alfanta, Junior Stud, kakampiyan nila, ano, no, nina Akowe at saka nina Palangka, no. He'll be 1 year removed from high school already next year. So baka malakas, no, na isa 6'2", 6'3" na ano na wing player. Brusco na wing, parang may pagkakabanyero na Brusco wing type of ano, no, of player.
Oo.
Jid Locsin, of course, very solid. Si Dwayne Miranda dapat nasa FEU but nag-NU because we all know what happened doon sa Hula
Politika
Baloo,
yun
no,
eh.
nung father niya
Hmm.
sa FEU. Very good point guard like his dad, matangkad na point guard. Although I
Nepo
believe
baby.
sa NU, ang mas magaling na, ang best point guard in high school right now si Roger Matias. I think he's better than Chog Moral, no, si Roger Matias. Nasa NU Bullpups siya, but I'm not sure yet if eligible na siya mag-high school ay mag-college next year. Parang may 1 year pa yata 'yon. And then last but not the least, no, si DJ Laconsay. DJ Laconsay coming from Phil Canadian, no, transfer yan galing Manila Central University. 6'4", 6'3" na high flyer wing, no. So sabi nila yan daw among all of their recruits, no, si DJ Laconsay has the most upside. So imagine niyo na lang parang AJ Franzman but with more scoring ability. Parang ganun ang impression. Well, at least for me, parang ganun yung impression niya so far. So make of that what you will. And then itabi niya siya kay Palasielo and Francisco. And those may be your top scorers for NU this coming season. So
Who are their critical holdovers, no? Nandun pa sila, Tebol. Sino magiging
yes,
leader nila
Tebol,
if in any case? Who's their other
Palasielo and
point guard?
Francisco na. Sa
Palasielo yan.
guards, no? Humamoy,
Sino
Garcia.
Humamoy.
Shane Hart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
time
still
to
have
show up.
talent, I think, but they really need to fill in some of those gaps and integrate those fresh talent quite quickly into the system.
Totoo. And one more player pa pala who has to see action, no, si Vince Reyes. Kasabay ni Tebol Garcia galing doon sa championship team ng Adamson High School, no, from season 86. Hindi siya nakalaro nung season 87 and then bangku siya this season, no. So he was a really good player no high school but again like sinagamber, sana makakita rin ng playing time tong si Vince Reyes because sayang, no, he was good in high school pero parang somehow nag-stunt yata yung development niya nung college. So
Okay.
yun. Next we go to the team so we're talking about rebuilds, no. Eto hindi pa to confirmed na rebuild, no. But because of the status, the non-committal status ng players nila, they may very well head for a rebuild, no. We are talking about the 014 UE Red Warriors who just today, no, we learned that Coach Chris Govina has been extended for 1 more season. So
Ito naman.
hopefully hindi natin alam kung makakarinig pa tayo ng more swag sa press con from
You know, they've
him,
been
but
rebuilding for the longest time already. 3
yeah,
years,
parang
3
forever
seasons.
forever rebuild sila eh. Forever
Parang
rebuild
ganun.
ng
Partly kasalanan natin.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Sorry.
Di naman
well,
natin kasalanan kung may problema sila sa internal eh.
pero yun, totoo yun. May problema sila sa internet.
Yeah, parang halfway through halfway through season 88, I think nag-start na sila kailangan mag-rebuild with the loss of John Abates, a few suspensions that they have with Welo, even the coach got suspended. So I think it was a forgettable season. I don't think there's anything, for example, that they will be able to celebrate upon, given that result that they have at 0-14. Clearly, there were a lot of things that they needed to review. Even as it is, they have yet, I think, to confirm if Precious is going to be continuing for the next season. So hopefully they hold on to Precious as well. But yeah, a key loss that they have for next season is including their leader, team captain Sean Abate. And they have already started recruiting, looking at least what has been noted to be recruitment options that they do have. John Paul Mendy, F68 FSA, Justin Macarinas. Did say that Justin would be coming into UE or some other team. Axel Javier, transferring from Perpetual. Kyle Perez, transferring from LPU, former DLSU commit. Juju Dairit, guard. Rod Solano, transferring from San Veda. And then Ethan Aguas from the Junior Warriors program. So quite a few people that they're looking to be part of that team, extended team. As you can see, parang for the last few games that they had in the UAAP, they were already playing some of their secondary team members at the team. And they were really playing really, really well, diba? Good for them as well. So fresh blood, they have nothing to lose, and they have everything to gain. So I hope obviously they get to play a lot during this off season, because I imagine that they would really, really need it. They are somewhat rebuilding in a way, because they're losing a leader that they have in the team. But hopefully, people like Welo, Limolingo, who else is their old over? Who is our other point guard? Muling
May
Tapang.
playing years pa pala si Welo.
Meron pa.
I think
Parang
meron pa
1 or 2.
yata. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it
Muling
was like
Tapang as
old.
well. So hopefully, they get a new leader in that particular team, and obviously their cohesiveness is something that they would really need to work on as well for the next season. So all the best for the UE Redwood. No, katulad sa atin, nowhere to go but up. 0-14, get one win, and you're already a season better, diba, from the previous season.
May hot take ako.
Ano yan?
Kasi minana lang ni Chris Gavina yung team from season 87. So for season 89, ano na niya, it's gonna be his team. Meron na siyang free hand to recruit more. May free hand na rin siya. May 1 taon siya para ayusin yung system ng UE. So it's gonna be interesting na it will be the Chris Gavina era this time.
Did he get that team pretty late ba?
No.
Parang summer
He got
na
into
naging
the team
late.
pretty late.
Late na siya eh.
Oo.
Ang late, di ba?
Mid off season na siya parang pumasok.
Yeah.
Hindi naman super late,
Yeah.
pero not early off season.
But still, he hit the ground running. As in,
Yeah,
ongoing
he hit the
na yung
ground
yung
Oo.
pag-build ng UE when he came
Yeah.
in. So this time he has a full season to get back to the drawing board. Ayusin niya lahat ng pwedeng ayusin.
Yeah. They did have a few games that they almost won.
Mm.
Medyo disappointing lang, lalo na that game versus Ateneo. They really completely lost that one. They lost that game. They should have won that because they were double digits ahead, I think, up until the fourth quarter. But unfortunately, they lost that. So another chance for Coach Gavina. All the best to the UE Red Warriors, definitely.
They had so many close calls this season. Another close game na they almost won was that game na parang naka 17-point lead yata sila over Lasal. Imagine the repercussions of that game. No, had the UE Red Warriors held on to win that game. Diba?
Yeah.
Ito yung naka 42 points.
A lot.
Diba?
Yeah.
Diba?
Ito yung naka-contribute sa EP's legacy ng Lasal, diba?
Sa legend, totoo.
Had UE won that, then FEU would have gotten to the playoffs. Alam mo yun. Anyway.
Anyway.
All is that. Kaya nga tayo nag-early episode for season 89 para makalimutan na natin tong 88. Good luck, UE. Move on tayo.
Anyway, about UE nga, tawag dito, the thing that we have to watch out for, no? So kung ang FU kailangan bantayan yung pipeline nila, si UE kailangan nilang bantayan yung current players nila kasi yung Phenom Boys, no, sina Precious Momoway, sila Muling Tapang.
Totoo.
They were on record, no, especially si Momoway when he was asked if he's going to play next season. He was non-committal. So hindi pa naman sila umalis na UE, pero I think aside from recruiting, UE has to do things to make them stay, no? And probably the player also aside from them, no, aside from Muling Tapang and Momoway, that they really have to work on staying to on making them stay, no. It's Dylan Despi, yung breakout player nila nung last
Ay,
few games
oo.
at pinapalaro na nila yung mga bench players nila, di ba? So si Dylan Despi yung backup point guard nila, and because we know Welo Lingo-Lingo was suspended, so and then
Ano ba yun?
John
Tawag
Abate,
dito. Rookie ba siya? O
rookie siya.
transfer?
Galing siya UST High School. First year pa lang
Okay.
siya. So kailangan nilang
Uy, pwede pa.
ingatan nyo to UE kasi may playing years patong si Dylan Despino. When
Pwede pa.
John Abate had a season-ending injury, step up agad itong si Dylan Despino. So take care of the guy. Yun ang sabi sa UE. You have to really
Yeah.
work on taking your players
Malay
stay.
nyo.
Aside from recruiting.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
yan. Okay,
Eto
we
na.
now go. Ito na, siguro, yung mga pinaka-avid listeners, ito talaga inintay ninyong part. Yes, we are going to talk about the UP Fighting Maroons. Kilala naman natin
Okay.
kung sino yung nawala, Maroon 5. But, tatanungin ko kayo guys, sino yung mga papasok, lo? And then the next question would be, kung gaano kadami itong papasok versus the 5 slots na sure na mababakante, at gaano ka-competitive ang labanan
Well,
sa slots this coming season.
Okay. Are you
here we
ready?
go.
Yes,
Here
here we
we
go.
go. So we notably lost Maroon 5. Tingnan natin. I'll speak about a little bit the impact of the loss of the Maroon 5. Obviously, this is the five that came from the NU Bullpups program, the championship team. Actually, that entire batch has already graduated, no? So, hindi lang tayo alam mo yun, a little bit sad about it kasi even sa NU Bulldogs, no, that particular team or batch that came from that particular program also has already departed, no? But as we, alam mo yun, say goodbye and say thank you to the five, we are expecting a few players. Some of them was already eligible actually for season 88, but they decided to go first to Team B and probably prepare more
Yeah.
for season 89. So notably, here are those players. So from those that would have been lined up, if in any case for season 88, we have Jonas Panahon, Renji Ikarma, Dikachi Odudu also, who just probably had some injury. But then, people that we
Ano
got
pa?
during
Melicor.
Yeah,
Melicor, okay, people that we've already recruited ahead of season 89 and was doing residency. We have Russell Organa, we have James Payosing, RV Poyos, Rainer Maga, Gionte Miles, Elliot Di Maculangan, and notably VJ Pre. So these are, and then we have another FSA, I think Timothy Busey, but I'm not sure if
Parang parang hindi na siya hindi ko na siya nakikitang
masyado.
masyado sa team. I only saw him in one preseason game against the Koreans. Pero
Okay.
after that never ko na siya nakita sa sa mga team practices or anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's no secret on how these particular players play because even during the course of our season, they were also playing for other tournaments or league, and we can clearly see obviously that there is talent. Notably, there's like Elliot Di Maculangan, Raf Miles also is a towering figure at the center, so it's a very very good option for him that can probably switch in and out together with Franny. So these are players to look for. And obviously, VJ Pre, di ba? It's noted that we probably have felt a little bit the gap with the departure of an Aldous Turcolas or Francis Lopez, but with the addition of players such as VJ Pre, diba? So we will be
Mm.
seeing another generational talent, joining us. Notably, they say that he is the person that should be succeeding Carl Tamayo potentially. So it's a very opportunity to be able to see how we're going to be integrating VJ Pre into the Coach Gold system. But clearly, it's a rebuilding phase for us.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors have departed, notably those that are an extension of Coach Gold within the court. So this offseason will be a good indicator, if in any case, on how this team will be playing well together or will be playing together, And I'm quite because we do have a lot of talent. We have a lot of clear talent. Some of them are UAAP experience already, even. So quite interesting to see how everything will be melding together.
May
Ah,
nanonood ba sa inyo guys? Ayun. Yung mga
yun.
Yukal, no? Naalala nyo pa ba yung
We see
games?
them we see them in tournaments like Milko, ano yung
Yes,
isang
Milko.
sinalihan nila na Ayukal yun, no?
Yukal. Oh,
Yung
Yukal.
naka-champion sila.
Nag-champion tayo, yeah. Yeah.
Just seeing these residency boys on the court, parang nakakatakot din eh. Ah,
Mm.
nakakatakot para sa kalaban nila.
Yeah.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, very promising yung team na to, pero ang interesting kung sino yung ma-elbow nila sa current team A natin.
Ayun nga.
Yeah.
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 Kasi yung
Ah,
yung
But
Maroon 5, they all play they all play guard or wings,
ah,
no. Torres and Alarcon are wings, and then Fortea, Abadiano and Felicilda are the true guards, no. So the loss of these guys give us a big hole in the backcourt. Intact pa tayo sa front court natin. And VJ Pre is actually a front court guy, He plays the four
oo.
position. So
Mm.
it's interesting to see how this will figure, no. Maybe he'll slide down to the three. Maybe si Iniguez or Belmonte will finally
Mm,
slide down to the three, no? Kasi baka mas doon
mm,
sila nababagay na player. And then si Baila will slide down to the two as our Alarcon replacement. Di natin alam yan.
yeah.
Pwede. We might see
Ito.
Baila take on a bigger role, di ba? On
Oo,
Yeah.
offense
actually.
or play shooting guard, di ba? um, so yun, I think among the players, it's readily apparent based on how they played as Team A2, no? Sa mga tournaments last year sa Yukal and Milko na si VJ Pre talaga is the real deal. Since
Mm,
his FU playing days, makita mo sa katawan niya, he already has the Gani Stevens treatment, no, na pumayat na, nawala yung baby
mm,
fats, he's a bit faster. Maybe a bit slow on the defensive end, could be faster. Could also jump higher siguro. But even for someone who doesn't really jump high, he defends other bigs well, no. He's strong. He's really, really strong. That's his strongest suit.
yeah,
But
actually, I see a lot
at the
of
same
Carl Tamayo in him eh.
yeah, malakas talaga siya. Pwede pang
Oo.
banggaan, but the handles, doon ka may impress kay VJ Pre. I think uh, even even compared to Kevin Kiambao, no, heading into his second season, VJ Pre already has improved his handles. No? It really helps na
Mm.
pinagdadala siya ng bola sa Team B. So ayun, they better be ready for VJ Pre because I
By the
think
way,
kaya
congrats
niya
sa
magbitigaw pa eh. Sa SEA Games
gold
pala, gold
medalist
medalist.
natin yan.
And then as for the other guys, the next few ones na notable, no, yung sure na magiging rotation players ni Coach Gold, James Payosing, former NCAA champion and finals MVP, no, kakampi ni Jacob Cortez doon sa season 99 championship nila. It was Payosing who was the finals MVP. And
Yeah.
even the Bedan say, I was able to speak with some Bedan friends. The thing about Payosing is if he's really focused in the game, yung talaga motivated siya. Ang galing niya, no. So
Oo.
maybe the key here will be how do you keep the guy motivated, no. Sana mag-translate into the UAAP. Really really athletic 6'2" guy, no. probably closer to Figueroa than Alarcon, no? Parang mas malapit yung physique niya at saka yung style niya kina Caballero and Figueroa more than Harold, no? And then finally, among those players, no, the other one who's really UAAP ready is Rainier Maga. Rainier Maga, key player na yan ng UE nung season 87. A really good shooter. Parang Terence Fortea, but maybe a better slasher than Fortea. But maybe a better slasher than Fortea. Pero parang siya na yung Fortea replacement talaga. Ogana and Di Makulangan are really maybe siguro on the raw end pa, pero you see the potential. They're very tall wing players, no. So kahit 3 and D role players muna sila in the meantime, and then as they progress, no, maybe move to bigger roles. So
Yeah.
and then of course
Yeah.
Deontay Miles, na pang
Come on.
PBA import talaga yung quality niya kung tutusin.
Yeah.
7-footer giraffe.
NCAA Division 1.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah. One thing that I'm very, very curious in, we have new pieces on the board now, completely new pieces. The coaching staff might have been very, very comfortable on playing pieces that they've been used to for the last 5 or so years with the Maroon 5 there. It's going to be a true test for the coaching staff. How are you going to be playing this team now? How well as a coaching staff are you really, diba? In making a championship team out of this new set of guys that we do have, diba? Have you been leaning heavily on people that you have known, on talent that we've known? So we'll see. This will be a very, very good test. And the offseason will be a good indicator, for example, on how quickly they can go ahead and make plays, make adjustments, and play around these particular players.
Totoo. Maybe for the players who are who are staying. Oh yeah, nakalimutan ko pa pala sabihin, RV Poyos, a really really good point guard
Yes.
coming out of
Oo
Davao.
nga.
Small but
Jose Maria
terrible.
College.
Steady magdala ng bola. For the players who are remaining, no, the biggest opportunities are with Chico Briones and Josh Coronel kasi kaposisyon nila lahat na nawala. So it's time to shine. Let's see what you guys can do.
Yes.
Chico Briones is heading into his last year of eligibility, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
hopefully we see more from him, no? Our Pinoy Devin Booker. Then of course si Coronel. We recruited him for size at the guard position, no? So now that wala na yung Maroon 5, yun nga, no, like what Mark said, it's a test, and I hope na because wala na yung guys from high school ni Coach Gold, no. Now he leans more on not on familiarity, no. Yung kumbaga untethered na siya from familiarity, and maybe he tries something new. Maybe we need a bigger set of guards, for example, no. Yung Payosing, Briones at saka Coronel, those three are going to be very very big guards na maybe
Tatangkad nun.
we can panlaban, no? Totoo. Pwede mo ipantapat kina Dungo at saka kina Marasigan. Nakita natin nung finals, Dungo and Marasigan were imposing their size, no, against smaller guards, no, especially yung Dungo versus Fortea. Talaga nanliit si Fortea doon.
Sino na lang
And
ang
then,
magiging
of course,
sino na lang ang guardia natin under 6 feet? Parang si
Poyos na lang
Poyos.
sa Remogat. Correct.
Okay.
Poyos and Remogat na lang.
Ba't si
Maga
Maga
is
ba
6
matangkad?
flat.
Ano, 6-footer ba si
6
Maga?
flat. 6 flat si Maga.
6 flat siya.
Oo.
Okay.
So, parang
Yeah.
Terence Fortea. Yeah.
Okay.
Final word about our team for season 89. It's bagong Universidad ng Pilipinas, bagong mukha. Oo.
We believe in you guys. Kaya natin to. Malakas
Ako,
yan.
I don't think nawala yung pagka-NU ng yung NU core hindi pa nawawala sa UP, no? Sino yung kaisa-isang taga-NU na natira sa UP?
Palangka.
Si Coach Gold.
Si Coach Gold.
Oh, coach.
Oo
Ah.
nga.
Ay, may mali pa kayo pala.
Don't forget.
Di, homecoming yun si Coach Gold.
Nabanggit
Homecomer
ni
yun.
ni Miles kanina, 'di ba? Try something new. Tingin ko Coach Gold has been trying something new for most of his career na. And as promised, yun nga, Coach Gold is still the king of adjustments. Four teams, Chiang Kai-shek College, Adamson Falcons, NU Bullpups, UP Fighting Maroons, all completely different systems. And yet, Coach Gold was able to adjust based on the cards that he has. So tingin ko hindi naman mamumroblema si Coach Gold if he has to try something new tulad na nasabi ni Miles. Siya si Coach Gold kaya kong ma-compare kina Phil Jackson, kina pa ba? Tim Cone.
Tim
Sino pa
Cone,
bang mga coaches who won under more than one team? O si Pat Riley. Pwede kasi tingin ko Coach Gold recognizes kung ano yung mga talents ng kanyang mga people, mga player, even the coaching staff. Tingin ko kaya niyang i-integrate and have a new championship team. So, yon.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Well,
actually
if that
a quality of a good coach, I
yeah,
should say.
if that's the case for Coach Gold, then he really needs to dig deep and heavily rely on that one because there's going to be more players that we would need to manage into this system. No? Parang, in a way nga, di ba? Parang if you look into that, we were kind of looking into the identity of the team coming into season 88 during the preseason and probably even early on the season with the integration, obviously, of Ray, di ba? In the loss of JD. This time around, it's 5 additional players, key players with experience, championship experience that has been with the system of Coach Gold for the longest time that we would need now to reintegrate. And hindi lang immediate automatically 5. There are a lot of players that we spoke about, around 8, 11 or so players na pagpipilian pa nila. And then we would need to figure out, okay, how we're going to be playing this team. How it's going to be, what will be our new system. And then be able to select out of that big roster of members, the 14 that will be competitive for the UAAP season. Quite interesting. I have no doubt that we're going to be heavily preparing for that one. It's going to be a very, very long off season. So quite curious on how everything plays.
So yeah, I hope this coming preseason, ayun, sana as one na lang din yung team natin, huwag ng 1 and 2.
Yes.
I think that
Yeah.
that strategy hurt us, which led us to adjusting mid-season, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi hindi natin na-integrate ng maayos si Ray Remogat. Yung having UP1 and UP2 in the preseason actually hurt us. So,
Totoo.
yeah.
In the same way that Ateneo not playing in the preseason backfired on them, I think nag-backfire din sa atin yung UP1, UP2. Like, I mean, gets naman, it's nice to give players reps na, especially the ones who didn't really get to see a lot of action, no? Some reps, and also para makita na natin, kasi by that time, we already had guys like Sinamaga, then eventually si Pre coming, no? So they probably wanted to see how the transferee boys will mesh in with the incumbents, no? But ultimately it backfired, no? So maybe next season kaya tayo nangangapa for an offense mid-season, no? So
Grabe kayo sa
yeah,
hold on wag, hindi tayo masyado nega, hindi naman backfire, hindi naman negative. Kasi
Di naman backfire, di naman backfire.
Nag-game 3 naman tayo ng finals, di ba? Hindi naman tayo
To be
nalaglag
fair.
Final 4. So obviously,
anyway.
those given that nandun na tayo sa level of expectation, syempre we're always looking to compete for a championship. Yeah.
True
Kung
naman.
ngayon United na tayo, sinong team captain ang magli-lead sa atin into season 89? Hindi mo.
Gani or
Hindi pa
Remoga?
natin sure.
I'm looking forward to
Sure.
Noy Gani
Or
co-captainship.
Chico. Kasi tatlo naman sila, baka co-captainship nga yan, pwede.
We'll see. There's even an argument
see.
for Jacob to do it. So, yeah.
Pwede.
Actually, there's an argument for Jacob. I
Again.
mean,
Oo.
there's precedent for for someone who's not yet super senior, 'di ba? Kasi nung last year ni JD, si Jerry na agad ang captain nun eh. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's
And
move on to the
finally,
final
last
team.
but not the least, we go to our final team, the UST Growling Tigers. They are in a true reload, no? Hindi sila rebuild, hindi rin sila ganun ka-intact. They lose very important players, no? They lose their top scorer, si Nick Cabanero, and also one of their top playmakers, si Fordsky Padrigao. They also lose Kyle Paranada, who has been very impressive last season. No? He played well alongside Colin Sakowe. Yung play style niya bumagay talaga with Collins Kobe around, no? Spreading the floor and creating offense on his own. They also lose another veteran guard, si Leland Estacio. So that's
Mm.
4 players, all wings and guards din, no? Like you. And like UP, they also have an intact front court, no? Akowe and Akowe, Crisostomo, and sino to, si Buenaflor, si Koji Buenaflor would
Yeah.
still be
Chris
there. So,
Porter.
may madadagdag ba sa UST? Any notable additions? Yun, Chris Porter coming in.
Yeah.
May
No,
other additions pa ba? Notable additions pa
yeah.
ba?
What has been noted here, si Waki Ludovice, pa to? Kurt Laput,
Yeah,
and
si
then Mur
Ludovice.
Alao. Si Mur Alao, as well as
Yeah,
noted
si
here.
Mor Alao.
Mm-mm.
Mur
So those
Alao
are
was...
players that
Hopefully,
they're
last goal na ni Mor Alao ang UST.
Saan ba siya
Si
dati?
Mor Alao yung palipat-lipat. San Beda siya nag-high school. And then, he first committed to LaSalle. Tapos,
Ah,
nag-FEU. Tapos parang may Adamson face pa yata siya and now nasa UST na siya, no? So sana last school yan.
so
Isa sa mga players na nagtutour eh.
ilang playing years siya?
3 na lang.
3 na lang kakalipat.
Kasi UAAP 3 na lang kakalipat kasi UAAP to UAAP transfer eh. So nawalan siya ng 2 years.
Okay.
Very big
Pero saan
guards
siya
si
no lineup
Moralo.
prior?
Hindi siya na
Saan siya
line up.
last
Parang
na
siya si
lineup?
Demisana. Di ba si Demisana hindi na line up pero
Oo.
3 years na lang kasi UAAP to UAAP transfer. Same
Okay.
situation si Moralo. So, team B lang pero pero hindi dito. Hindi pa nila line up pero nawalan na agad ng 2 years because of the transfers. So, yeah, they have an intact front court and their most notable additions are also on the front court, no? Si Porter is a big he would it's a nice addition to their team actually kasi ang ninipis nila Crisostomo and Buenaflor, no? So someone with the girth of Chris Porter will be beneficial to them, no? Pansalag do sa mga ibang bigs ng other teams. And then of course, another notable guy who would have made the lineup this year, no, na-injure lang yata. Their transferee from St. Benilde, si Michael Mara, also plays the power forward position. Also another Brusco type of player, no. So UST will definitely be loaded sa bigs, no. But it will be interesting to see kung sino yung papalit sa guard kasi both of their lead guards, no, Paranada and Padrigao will be gone. And alam naman natin in the college game, the point guard position is one of the most important, no, if not the
Yeah.
most important position. So uh that's a very big blow, no, to UST. They really need to reload sa backcourt nila.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like NU, diba? That was their best chance also to actually make a run for the championship, that last season. So again, rebuilding for this. I'm not sure if the season 89 would spell to be as competitive as season 88. It's going to be yet to be seen because there's going to be a lot of teams that will feature new faces in the roster and lineup, including us. It's only going to be likely LaSalle and also FEU, who's relatively more or less intact, with just the loss of 1 or 2 players. But for everybody else, we'll probably see the heavy minutes, the players with heavy minutes in their last season already leaving, select their teams. So quite interesting on how everything will be played out. I'm going to be optimistic and hopeful that we get to see a lot of these, especially new teams, play in the off season, so that we'll be able to see the dynamic. We've been, alam mo yun, we've been enjoying the talents of the tried and tested for the last 4 or 5 seasons or so. So this is the time that we can go ahead and look forward potentially for the latest and greatest talent. So we have already been seeing the trend of taller guards playing in the UAAP, and that probably would likely be the trend now also come season 89.
Oo.
In a way, like what you said, Biles, parang dun din tayo natalo ng Lasal because they had that particular length and that particular girth obviously played against us, especially during that finals. So looking forward, obviously, on this fresh batch of talent that is going to be introduced by season 89. And who knows, marami pang hindi na-announce, marami pang, both possibly leaving their teams and being recruited. We have yet to see transferees from the juniors programs of each one of these schools moving from one team to another. We have yet to see additional Phil foreign athletes potentially bringing their talents here in Manila. We've been hearing things left and right, especially for UP as well. We have yet to confirm, or we cannot yet obviously divulge. Baka kasi maudlot, baka ma-Jared bahay tayo. But we
Pero yes,
will
it's on
see.
record. We heard things. We heard things,
We've been
pero saka natin
we've been
pag-uusapan.
hearing things. Oo.
Pinsan.
May
Yeah.
mag-aabot ka ng mag-aabot ka ng banner. Uy, nabalitaan mo ba? Ano yan, tita? Ano yan? Auntie, what was that, auntie? No, hindi ko narinig. Gano'n sabihin sa akin yan. May finals game pa tayo. May mga ganun. Pakurot-kurot. No?
Yeah.
Uh, one last thing for UST, no? Yung about the incoming players, no? We already mentioned ang pinaka-notable nila would be bigs, no? But na-mention nyo kanina si Moore Alao, no? Na-mention ni Mark kanina. Moore Alao is a point guard, a big point guard at that. Parang nasa 5'11", 6 flat yata siya na malapad na point guard. The criticism about him for the longest time was his conditioning. Parang nasa big side siya na na which is kind of bad for a point guard kasi it takes away from your speed, di ba? But the size is there. We'll see if him and Ivan Calum can really fill in for the big shoes left by Padrigao and Paranad, because those are really big shoes, and we're not even talking about the scoring of Caballero, no? Although on the wing side, they do have capable replacements waiting in the wings, no? We'll see them step up, no? Notably dyan si Lemit at saka si Asido. They've been very impressive in season 88, and with Caballero gone, sila na talaga yung mag-fill in ng roles na yun, no? Si Lemit at saka si Asido. And then yung nabanggit ni Mark na one last guy, si Ludovice, coming in from their high school program. So again, UST, protect your high school pipeline. Ludovice, 6'3" guard. Estacio replacement siguro essentially. We don't know yet if magta-translate ba sa college yung laro niya, but he has good potential, no? Parang Josh Coronel din na na tall guard with length na kaya magdala ng bola. But we'll see. That's a really young army of guards coming in for UST. So let's see if they can help the front court, no, maintain contention in the coming season. Because Caballero, Padrigao, and Paranada are really, really, really big shoes to fill in UST.
Yeah.
Sino pa bang staying sa UST? Si Coach Pido. Si
Laure. Allegedly si Laure.
May play si Laure ba? May playing years pa?
May 1 year pa daw. May 1 year pa.
Seryoso?
Okay.
May natira pa si Coach Pido.
So, we'll see. Baka ma-elbow siya ni Mara or ni Porter kasi wala mawawala sa bigs nila eh. They have
may
intact,
elbow siya ni Porter.
May elbow siya ni Porter because they kind of play the same way, but Porter is much better than than Laure. Sorry Laure. Pero yeah. Yun talaga. to FSA rule na tayo, 'di ba? So notable
Yeah.
also
Dami
they
nilang
have
FSA.
Peter Osang. Yeah, ang dami nila FSA. Peter Osang almost went to the DLSU Green Archers, no? But when they learned na they'll be adopting the 2 FSA system for the 2 FSA rule for season 89, that was enough apparently for
May
US
ganun
for
pala.
Peter Osang to be convinced to stay. Oh, nagkaroon ng ganun.
Wow.
Nagkaroon ng ganung issue. So I think si Naveen reported on this na Peter Osang was supposed to transfer to LaSalle, no? But now he's staying, and it's good for UST because they have two choices, no? Parang UP yan with Miles
Yeah.
and Ruka, if ever, na two
I was about
different,
to
really
say.
different kinds of FSA. One is really
Yes.
big, strong, and then the other is fast and agile. So
May
good
kumbay-kumbay
good
pa
for
yun eh.
UST. They well.
Yung isang FSA nila nung preseason, si Kumbay.
Mm.
Actually,
Yeah.
may isa
May isa
pa.
pa.
Actually,
Isa.
ang alam ko,
Sa
4 yung
Pinoy Liga.
FSA nila na pinagpipilian eh. Before season 88, which eventually became Collins. Tapos na-scrap
Yeah.
yung iba. Ewan ko kung nandyan pa. Sa naalala ko lang yung Kumbay. Kasi nandun sa isa sa mga team nila eh. Sa preseason.
Yeah.
Kumbay, Ayol, Kumbay. Diba? Very very striking yung pangalan.
Very
Anyway,
memorable.
Okay.
yan.
Okay. So that ends our preview for the upcoming off season, a very very long off season, and like what you guys said, it will begin with the Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup, no, officially. Kasi hindi counted yung UCAL at dahil team B lang yun eh. Now we get to see some
Mm.
teams play. Ayan. So shout
Yeah.
out Sir Benny Benitez. Will definitely drop by in the games, no? Sa Enderan yan if I'm not mistaken. So
Accreditation.
so wala na ulit ang bakbakan.
Yeah. The second semester sports are also going to be starting already at
Yes.
June, I think. Football will be continuing kasi hindi yata sila natapos sa first semester. And then eventually also by February timeline, volleyball, which is the featured sport that we do have for the second semester. We'll probably go ahead and provide some updates about the
Kailan
volleyball season as
magsisimula
well.
ang volleyball?
For season 8. I think February yata. February pa. They haven't announced yet specifically in date, pero mauna yata yung football yata, which they're continuing mid-June, January.
Judo,
okay.
second semester din. Shout out sa judo
Mm-mm.
team. Nasa Vietnam ngayon. The training.
Okay.
Wow,
So
judo.
guys, judo team.
Also
And
for
hi din pa.
sige, go.
Mm-mm. Hi pala kay Andy Himao. Hi lang. Hello.
Yo!
Hello.
Iba pa ba tayong iyahay? Mali ba kay Andy Himaw?
Oh, wala na. Since nandun naman yata sa US ngayon si Jacob, baka pwede naman din siya mag-hi some of his friends.
Kay pinsan.
Oo, may pinsan. I don't know.
Or,
Hindi ko ba nababanggit baka maudlot kung sino-sino dapat ang i-hi natin. Pero si Andy, hi. Serious yun. Hi, Andy. Hi, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy, just in case yung jersey mo papawis sa Pinoy Liga, nandiyan pa. Nandiyan lang. Oo. And then, Andy's doing well.
Isa pa ako
Andy's
iyahay.
Sino yan?
Si Mark. Si Mark. Ibang Mark
Ay,
to Mark hindi ikaw na Mark.
Okay.
Ayun, balita
Sino
ko
yan?
nagtampo siya nung last season sa team niya sa sa NCAA eh. Pero bukas ang pinto.
Okay.
Bukas hi lang. Alam ko may UP jersey rin siya.
Talaga ba? Oh, hello, hi.
UPIS
Hi po sa
nga
inyo.
Oo
Grabe
nga.
kayo.
Hindi, may 2 season pa ata siya.
Parang one season. May one season pa.
Oo.
The 2 seasons including this year and then may next year pa.
Oo. So may 2 season pa siya. So pahinog ka muna dyan.
Yeah.
Pwede ka na mag-homecoming soon. Yeah.
Kaya wala na si Remogan.
And yeah.
Hi din pala kay
Okay.
Aldous. Hi, Aldous. Hope
Hi,
you're doing
Aldous.
well. Hello.
Yung ma'am.
Oh, nakalimutan natin sa alphabetical order kanina. San Beda.
San Beda! Hi pala sa San Beda.
Oh,
Hi
yes.
sa San Beda.
Ay,
San Beda S. Diba?
Sayang. Hindi natin
Oo.
nasama. Who knows?
Oo
Who
nga.
knows? Hindi natin alam.
Who knows?
Baka kailangan
Oo.
mag-preview.
Mauuna ba maka-Final Four ang San Beda compared to other teams na hindi pa nakakabalik? Saka na lang natin pag-usapan yan.
Alin ang
Saka natin
mauna? San
pag-usapan.
Beda o UE? San Beda o...
Ala. San Beda or Ateneo? Charot.
Gusto ko parang ang sarap pag-usapan yan, ano lang, pang farm ng ng Angry Reacts.
Oo nga eh.
For sure
Medyo
yan, bibisitahin tayo ng mga fanbase
Oo.
na yan. Pag
Pakiramdam
napag-usapan.
mo may mga bashers pa tayo in this episode or wala na? Baka naman kailangan pa natin dagdag na views. To be honest, nung Pasko, 'di ba? Pag may nakikita ko ng mga interview ng mga nung nanalo ng championship sa team nila, ang bilis ko i-scroll or kaya hide. Ganyan. Bigay na natin sa kanila, 'di ba? So happy preseason na. Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to the preseason. Let's go Pinoy Liga Cup. Hello.
At
siya.
ano no,
Okay.
alam naman na natin yung sorry, yung ano lang, one last lang yung so yun nga, welcome to the preseason. Alam na natin na ang pinakatulog na panahon diyan ay January, February, no. Puro mga training videos lang yan ng players. But usually alam naman natin yung grind, no. January, February, abangan nyo kung sino magta-transfers within the UAAP. March, April, May, high school tournaments, panoorin natin sino magaling sa high school level, NBTC din. And then of course, eventually by the summer magko-commit sila to college teams, and then late summer heading into June, doon na papasok yung mga Phil Foreign, no. So, yun, so dahil January, February na,
Mga grassroots.
sino ang lilipat? Ayun lang. Welcome to the
Grassroots
off-season.
natin.
Sino ang mag-grassroots?
Welcome to
Yan.
the off-season. Diba?
Yeah.
Abang-abangan nyo yung mga Instagram posts ng mga players nyo just in case na tingnan natin kung meron silang reflection ng season 88. And then the end, kung may sign off. Pag walang sign off, marked as safe. Shalay, sara na natin ito.
Sige.
Mahaba pa ang off-season natin.
Salamat sa
Okay, dun.
pakikinig. This has been a very, very long episode. So, tuloy-tuloy lang kwentuhan natin dito sa Optics Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Ano?
And-
We are open for partnerships.
Oh, yeah.
For if you want to partner with us as supporters of the show, we gladly accept. Hit us up at uptakes.podcast@gmail.com. So para mapag-usapan natin 'yan. So, this has been
correct.
the New Year's episode of Uptakes Podcast, and as always, UP fight.
UP fight! UP
Bye.
fight!
Watch our second sem coverage.